Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to part 1 of a brand new Let's Play on Veritas at Fortitudo. The game is amazing. Now, please avoid this. This was a trial at trying to play as them, but unfortunately they are not flavoured at all, so we're going to be playing Veritas at Fortitudo instead until such a time. Now, I spent about 20 minutes to 30 minutes looking at this map, thinking of what faction I wanted to play as. The Mamelukes and anybody over this specific part I completely ruled out. Byzantium, I hadn't ruled out. Byzantium was actually the one I was going to play as, until I realised that most of my Let's Play history is literally built off the back of playing of Byzantium. Naples is the country I have settled on. Now, you're probably wondering why. Now, the reason why is because going north is you have to go through the Pope. Going to the south is going through Aragon. The only expansion you have is overseas, and it leads you have to fight overseas, which means your power base, you have to build one to send abroad. And then there's also the fact that the French and I will probably be getting into quite a few scuffles quite early on. Now, we're going to be playing as Naples for the foreseeable future, like I said, and let's see what we can do. Now, my goal is to form a Napoli Empire, or the Empire, like a Napoli's Empire, scouting through basically Northern Africa, Sardinia, Corsica, parts of Iberia, all of Italy, of course, parts of Greece and Anatolia, and maybe basically just the Mediterranean coast, avoiding the Black Sea. That's what I want for my empire, including Italy. No, it's been a while since I've played Veritas as Fortitudo, so it's a while that they've actually included a... Well, what haven't they included? So you can reform the SPQR, Roman Empire, claim the Roman legacy, form 2 Sicilies, so we become Sicily, display cardinals, which is not actually that, and display Italian cardinals. They have loads of other events, and basically they've added so much. Like, the forts are a bit different. These are local fortifications it's showing. And yeah, so basically we've got the encyclopedia, which I'm actually going to only refer to if necessary. The national values, so this is our stability, because stability doesn't increase it increases itself. You do not increase it. You do not increase it. So you have to wait. So yeah, so that shows how that's gonna do, and then you can click on it and you can look in further. I think our aggressive expansion is under there. Bully aggressive points represent how aggressive you have been. Being in a defensive war increases value. Being a peaceful decrease it. If you reach 20, you will receive penalties, diplomatic regulation, a better relationship with time modifiers. Interesting. We have the government values, so this is basically... I'm not too understanding of what this is, but I'm going to be interested in learning about it. And realm management, which is, I believe, is how you manage an area. So if we go to, I think our capital's in, that is Lazio Campania. So let's go to this one. So it tells you what places are in the region, and there is serfdom in this area. So if you go to serfdom, it yeah, it tells us that. So we're not allowed to do anything until admin tech 21. So we've got garrisons. We can defund the garrisons, increase garrison funding, recruit skirmishers, and stockpile supplies. Why the fuck wouldn't anyone do that? Gain 1 corruption. That's why. So section management, we'll worry about that later. So right now, we're in the late Middle Ages, which then goes to the Age of Reformation, Age of Absolutism, and then Age of Revolutions. No, we're in the Age of Discovery, just saying late medieval age. The only thing we have is the unified culture. We get the crusade, Alexandrian ports, strong trade league, true leader, and welcome in all courts. How many diplomatic relations? We can only have 5, so that's not really going to appeal to us. Whereas the crusade, definitely, Alexandrian port. Yeah, I mean, we could do that. Trade league, no, because we're not an emerging republic. True leader at war, the ruler is a general, so that's one of those situations where it's really, do you need to? Now, corruption in this game seems to be very, very high for every country. And right now we're trying to, like, the root out corruption just doesn't seem to do anything. So, yeah, so we're going to be gaining corruption every year until we are able to stop it. Now, these are the group ideas, so we started with Galley expertise, which will make our guys a little better. So if we just delete this for a second, because we haven't actually invested anything in it. We could either choose Grand Fleets, I think. Galley Fleet Expertise or Logistics. Where is Logistics? Because I think Logistics sounds better overall. Don't see Logistics. Oh, must have any trade ideas to get Logistic. So I can't actually see Logistics. So it's either Grand Fleet or Galley Expertise here for the first one. And Grand Fleet, I mean, could be better. We'll see. So let's look at Galley Expertise. Yeah, Galley Expertise seems to be better for the Mediterranean. And as I don't intend to go out the Mediterranean, I'll stick with the decision we originally had. But basically, you have to pick between them. And this kind of, like, so you can't have quality and quantity now. You have one of the two. So it makes choices a lot more meaningful. And that's been there for a while, but still. It's definitely interesting. Now, we do have no professionalism and the ability to improve, so we would need a general. Right now, we can't exactly afford one, so I'm not going to worry about it. So yeah, so let's have a look at our standard claims. Let's have a look at our land claims. We have no land claims, but we do have the junior party of Provence, who I'm pretty sure we have already been in. Nope, starts 1st of January, so yeah, we're going to need to get those guys happy and get them ready for integration later on. Tech-wise, we're equal. Now, let's just mute those decisions because they're not important. Now, the first goal, we're going to be creating 2 Sicilies, hopefully. It's going to be kind of hard, given that Aragon's flexes their influence over Trancria. But let's see if we can get an alliance to counter that. That's the wrong one. There we go. So right now, we can ally any of these states. So Tunisia, Milan, the Pope himself. Pope's probably going to be in any of mine, so we're going to keep that option closed right now. So we can go for Milan. We can go for Pisa, but again, not going to worry about those. So I think right now, we're going to go for an alliance with Milan. And that's all our alliance picked. Because you can't send 2 alliances at once. So now we've done that, is there anything else we need to go through or look at? We do not have the best religious unity. We do need to have a Orthodox province to convert. And unfortunately, it's a very... Corfu is a against us. So we're going to have that to be dealing with. And yeah, so this is a 60% majority owned noble province, where some church lands. Our capital is moderate citizens and then some church land. So it looks like some church land is everywhere. And then it just goes between primary noble and majority noble, it seems. We are making, according to this, a slight profit. And I'm going to turn my forts off just so I can... I think we need them on right now so we can make a little bit more of a profit. I'm going to go for free speed for the now, and let's see what we can do. So Milan has accepted our treaty, and the Italian balance. During this era, the Italian peninsula was dominated by the factor of balance. This meant that preserving the status quo was the highest rule. No Italian power should have once again a homogeny like the Viscounty of Milan had in the prior century. Florence and Venice made an alliance to break the heritage of the Viscounty, which led to a fragmented, though arguably more balanced, peninsula, in which the 5 powers of the Italian Patriarchy, Milan, Venice, Florence, Naples, and the Papacy, ruled the game of power. Later, when the Italian League was formed, it was these powers which preserved peace and prosperity in Italian lands, leading to the Renaissance, a culture and technological springtime for the whole of Europe. It is not clear if the Italian countries will overcome their differences to keep the realm unmolested by its eager neighbours. After all, skepticism is high between the Italian nations, and every territorial expansion in the region will be observed with a great fear that once again one power may come to dominate the rest. Venice especially is feared, and will have a difficult journey expanding past its borders on the peninsula. Florence has its own eternal strife, due to the ruling Medici family vying to achieve full power in the Republic. In Naples, the reign of a bastard king marks a new age for southern Italy, but the House of Anjou desires the reclamation of their lands. Milan, once the most important power in Italy, struggles to fight a wane into obscurity. And the Pope, in an effort to strengthen the de jure borders of the donation of Constantine, must work to consolidate his vassals in the betterment of the realm. Every move in this game of chess will have consequences, and all Italian power must be prepared. Force alone is not the way to rule as a true prince. So everyone will see you as what you appear to be. Few really know what you are. Our country will consider it a regional Italian power, and we'll gain 2 prestige. I don't know if that's a modifier. Let's have a look. Yep, it's a modifier. A nice one, actually, as well. So Verona and Siena have offered us alliances, while also We do already have an alliance with Achaia, so we'll honor that further by having a royal marriage. Siena, is that, yeah, that's Verona and Siena. So Verona is this power here, and Siena is where the fuck is Siena? Siena's right here. So I'm actually going to decline both in favor of an alliance of Castile. They're allied with Aragon currently, but eventually Castile and Aragon will become, well, not some good friends. So having an alliance over there ready will be better. Now we're going to pick our rivals. Hungary, so currently Aragon, Hungary, Trinacria, and so yeah. I'm immediately going to put Aragon and Trinacria on there. Or Trankia. Now the last one is probably going to be Serbia, yeah, because that's what I'm going to be expanding to. Serbia right now is allied with Epirus and Smeria. I don't know where that other one. Where are you, my friend? Yes, you're right above them, Joe. Well done. Congratulations on looking. Now, keep Aragon out of Italy would be a great mission. So we would have to kill off their vassal and take said province down here. I don't think they own more than that. Let's have a look at their diplomatic map mode. See, right now this is all they own. The 5 provinces. Yeah, that's the 5 provinces down here. We have 9,000 men. We're allowed 11. So I'm going to jump up by 2 more units. Just to stress some regional power. Now we are going to be getting corruption, like I said. So I think our first move should be to invade Epirus. So we're going to build a spy network, and I'm pretty sure, can we fabricate claims? We can still fabricate claims in this mod, which is good. I didn't know if there were some mods take it out, so it's good to know. So now we could actually afford. Well, no, actually, once we get into it, we're not going to be able to afford these guys. Although it would have been nice, but it's just not really possible right now. Now, our first idea that once we complete Galley expertise, we're going to be unlocking Consolidate the Royal Domain. Or domain, yes, domain, that's domain. So goods produced, that's a great one. And right now we have institution spread and trade efficiency plus 10%. Both amazing. So I think for now we're going to focus on let's look at the buildings. Let's spend some time. Let's be in depth about this. So right now we have no building apart from a local fortifications, which every province should have actually, I believe, in Europe. And the only way to get past that, I think, is for colonies. The reason it's actually, well, it's obviously people, like, the ability to build, I mean. And now we could build some forts. We do only have 1 fort in our entire land. A fort in Calabria, and a fort up on another fort on the border with the Pope. So we should probably get to that straight away. But first things first, let's just move forward. Can't do much, and we don't actually. Our bloody merchant hasn't been sent. So right now we're in the Palermo trade node, and I'm just going to collect from trade. I think that will increase my profit. And I'm going to have it as improving my relations here. Plans for a crusade. Alright. Our agents report the Pope is planning a new crusade against Islam, but remains undecided as to where to strike. They suggest we could exert some influence on the determination if we desire. Note, if using dynamic province names, these are likely to not be displayed names on the map. I bet I'm using it. Let's check. Wait, oh fuck's sake. I'm just using my mouse. There we go. Yeah, it's Arquides. Tunis is the same though, so the first place I would recommend to fire is a Tunis one, because Tunis is actually somewhere we would actually be able to express actual power. We'd be able to join in on that. But quickly send you to wherever's most profitable, Alexandria. So I'm going to recommend Tunis, because that is actually a crusade that would be great. Call to crusade against Aydin. We have the calls upon the Pope taking arms to crusade against Aydin. The Pope's legate awaits our response. What shall we tell them? So have you already declared war? No, but Aydin. Let's have a see if that's an actual thing. Ah, he's done it not exactly where I wanted, so we could send some money. I mean, I'm not really giving a fuck what the Pope thinks, and then a crusade against Aydin will only be against the Hamids. We could. That's definitely well within our power to do and achieve. So I'm going to tell him I'll join. So he's, I could declare war on them for a crusade. I do not know how many men they've got, so can I befriend anyone around here now? So, I could take 6 of my men at once. How much would it cost me for me to build a new navy? So, I'll build 2 more ships. I'll build 3. So that way I can take 9 at once, and I can at least take my near my entire army. Now the promises over here would be, we would probably only take 1 of them. Taking 2 wouldn't be exactly smart. But I would definitely try and do it. It's definitely worthwhile, I would say. But the Osmani has a claim on this one. The Osman, who is apparently losing to the Byzantines, which would make some sense. Of course, Milan, I will royally marry you. If the Florentines of Venice are not allied anymore, that's fine then. We could offer the Mysorean Republic of Venice a alliance. Right this second, though, I'm not really interested on such an agreement. It does look like our it's going to be a little bit expensive to run what we're doing right now without an increase in income. So I'm actually going to cancel one of the boats to try and give me a little bit more money back in my pocket. I could scarper. You know, I'm going to scrap this ship because right now it's not necessary. Now. So, Aydin, how are you? Let's have a look at you militarily. Nope, that's not the one I wanted. So, let's look at the Aydin's military. Aydin has 6,000 men. Their allies are who? The Hamids. Let's have a go check who they are. Let's check how powerful they are. Hamids have, so they have 12,000 men overall, and I'd be able to get 9 straight away over there. No one's willing to help me straight away. The only ones who probably would help me would be Achaia, if I gave them a good reason to help me. So, I think maybe focusing on Epirus first would be great. I don't really give a fuck what the Pope thinks about us, and the Pope is guaranteed by France. So yeah, attacking them would be one of the worst moves ever. So, let's see who got the... I'm pretty sure I can display the cardinals. So, the Italian cardinals, there is no South in Italian cardinals. Which is very unfortunate. And our king is indulgent, which is very unfortunate. He's industrious, and he's also tolerant. But he's better than our areas of Babylon buffoon. Grain's price is too low. The aristocrat landowners are complaining that the prices set for grain are far too low to generate sufficient income from their land, and are now demanding they be increased. Submitting to their demands will greatly upset the general populace as the price of several staple foods will rise significantly. The national treasury could subsidize the aristocrats, thus placating them. The government could also just ignore the issue and the issue together. Civil turmoil for a couple of months. I'm going to ignore the issue then. It's not really civil turmoil is something we can put up with, I'd say. So we're going to accept that for now. The Hamids are you. And they are the junior partner. They have a junior partner of Takei, so they would actually be a lot more men than they actually say. So ignoring that would probably be smarter. Epirus, however, is only allied with Bulgaria and the Serbians. And if I offer to give Achaia Aetolia, we'll be able to take Epirus ourselves. Definitely going to be it's going to be a bit of a what's it called, ladies and gentlemen? There's a lot of choices to make if I want to do anything or survive. If France didn't have too many diplomatic relations, I probably could get them into an alliance. Oh! So the Order of St. John, the Teutons, and me have joined this crusade. Alright, I'll admit that probably was not a smart... I did not realise that would auto-fire. Okay, fair enough. Well, we can deal with this, ladies and gentlemen. I am trying to figure out how the fuck I'm going to deal with it, though. Spend papal influence. What's this? So the papal event occurs. So we can get a cardinal. So how much do we have? We have 20. So we could just all we could do is get a cardinal right now. Oh no, you could get unrest. Sorry. Yeah, the cardinal one isn't available. Yeah, so we can get unrest. We'd gain a corruption though, so no thank you. We could raise war taxes for this war, but I'm guessing that will shit on... No, doesn't shit on us in any way, shape or form, but we hardly get any power points as it is because our leader's actual garbage. Well, yeah, the enemies are doing a good job, and they have a two-star leader. Okay, we'll get one leader. So that's the best guy we could get, a 2-1, and their leader is a 3-1. Or, no, sorry, a 2-4 with the Hamids. I do not see the Teutonics coming down, but... This may have been a dumb move by me, ladies and gentlemen. Unless I'm able to use the Byzantium as a move into Iodine. We'll see. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, after that next part, if you guys enjoyed, see you guys next part. See you guys then.